Okay, so good afternoon, good evening, good morning. If you're watching this on replay, thank you very much for doing so. You join us if you're joining us live. You're joining us live on the UK, Europe, North America call, which is all about super patches. I'd like to introduce a very good friend of mine. We've never met in person, but we've met so many times on the internet, which is fantastic. So Paul Austin will take you through the information about these super patches, and then conclude at the end with some personal testimonials from some people on the call. So with no further ado, Paul Austin, please take it away.
Thank you so much, Stuart. And again, yes, my name is Paul Austin. I have been with the Super Patch Company for 7.5 years, if you can imagine. So I have seen it all, heard it all, witnessed so many incredible things. So what I need to do, though, is kind of backtrack because since I was there from the beginning, I kind of have to give you my story, which starts with our older technology. So originally, this technology was in insoles. And as you can see here, this is not the actual pattern, but this is where the pattern is, although it is on the top of this insole. So when your foot touches there, it would send signals to your brain that it would tell it to do something and tell it to help you, whether that was with balance, strength, stability, range of motion, so many different things. So Jay, which is the owner and inventor of this incredible product, Mr. Jay Dhaliwal, he knew that with these, he was not going to be able to help a billion people. Just because if you look, this insole can only really fit in a specific shoe. What if somebody didn't wear insoles, had low profile shoes, had sandals on, didn't wear socks or insoles or anything like that? What would they do? This would be their only option. So Jay, through research and development, obviously he's always investing in that. That's the great thing. That is what our biggest budget is given to. And he was able to figure out how to get the technology into a sock. So I have a story about this because there it is. The technology is woven in here somewhere. We don't know what the pattern looks like. That's why it's proprietary. That's why we will never know. And that's okay, because I've witnessed enough things to know that it works. We have science, peer-reviewed studies, we're FDA registered and all that amazing stuff. So right here, this is how my journey started. I had a friend, I was at a conference in Texas, and my friend said to me, "Did you want to see some magic?" And I said, "Certainly. What do you got?" Well, he pulled out a pair of socks, just not like these. They were white, and I think they were a bit longer. They were prototypes, if you want to say. So I said, "Oh, interesting, a sock. What's that going to do?" He said, "Well, let me show you." So he said, "Stand up, nice and, tight. Just put your elbows against your, nice and straight. Put your fist, make a fist on both sides. It's easier to stand nice and perfect." And he was just going to come underneath my fist and lift up. So I sat there and I said, "Okay, go ahead." And he lifted on me and he pushed me over to the side. Very simple process. I didn't take him any effort whatsoever. I went off to the side. So I thought, okay, that makes sense. He lifted me and pushed me off to the side. So the next one, and that's just so you guys know, it's lateral stability in and out of the hot tub, in and out of the tub, in and out of the car, whatever you're doing, that's a lateral movement. So then he said, put your two fists on top of one another, stand strong, put your feet together, and now we're going to check your core strength. So this was a dynamic stability test. So I stood strong. He took his hands on top of mine and he pushed straight down. He didn't pull me towards him. He just pushed straight down on my fists. And as he did that, I came forward and I could have given him a hug if I wanted to. So I thought, okay, well, that makes sense. He's pushing on me. I'm falling forward. Okay. So I still, at this point, have no clue what's going on. So then he said, put the socks on. Okay. So I put the socks on. And again, he said, let's just do everything we just did. Let's just duplicate what we just did. So he said, go like this, make a fist and a straight arm. Don't let your shoulder rise. Don't let your elbow kink. Just make it nice and tight. And I'm going to come over, do the same thing, and I'm going to lift. So I stood there, waited, and he's lifting. And this is where I am. He's trying as hard as he can, and I am not moving. And I'm kind of like, okay, bud, like, are you really lifting? And by the look of what I felt and the look on his face, he surely was lifting up on me. I'm still skeptical though, and this is my good buddy, so I'm thinking, okay, he's pulling a fast one on me here. So sure enough, I do this one again. He comes, he tries to push down on me. I'm not moving. I'm literally still right here. If he wanted to climb up and change a light bulb, he could have. That's how powerful I was. But I still thought, maybe he's not pushing down, or there's some sort of trickery involved here. And I'm kind of waiting for something to happen, like I'm in I don't know, like being punked or whatever that show's called. So sure enough, I said, you know what, I'm gonna figure this out. So I said, look, I need you out of the equation, Terry. I'm sorry, but I need to try this on someone else. So luckily there was a girl that we knew there. And I said, hey, can you come over here? I want to show you something Terry just did. And I'm telling you, if this is the real deal, it's going to blow you away. So I did the same test to her, and the exact same result happened. And it was me doing it. It wasn't Terry. Terry's in the corner smiling at me because he knows that it's going to work, hands down, unless I do the demo wrong. It's not like there's a trick to it. It's just you have to comply to the dynamics of how the test works. So if I was to not put my fists like this and just let them drop, there's no test. So you have to like do certain things to make sure that it's proper. So at this point, I'm just now, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. How did this just happen to both of us? So I'm super excited. I'm like ready to just go demo the world. And then he says, listen, we can't say anything. We have to keep this kind of under wraps because the company's not officially open. So now I'm like, oh no, what do you mean? He goes, no, it's going to open. It's probably going to be about 6 months. And then of course we'll be able to sort of, let the world know about this. So I was excited, frustrated. I was kind of like, oh wow, but I was so grateful because I found something that for some reason, ever since that day of getting demoed, I knew this was special. I knew there was something to it that I'd never seen in my entire life before. And I knew that it had to be shared with the world. So this quote is very fitting. So let's not worry about tomorrow. Instead, let's think about what happened yesterday. Let's not worry about yesterday, because yesterday was socks. Yesterday was insoles. That's kind of like the equivalent to an iPhone 6. So you're not going to go to the store and buy an iPhone 6 right now. You're going to go and you're going to get the shiny brand new iPhone 15 probably is about to come out. So this is where we're at now. We're at these super patches. And why is that amazing? Because this tech was all encompassing. It maybe touched on certain things. It was great for balance, strength, stability. It may have done some things for you in terms of, stress and anxiety, or, focus, or all these different things, but it wasn't right dedicated to figuring out that part of the brain that controls that. So Jay was able to noodle on things through his research and development, and he was able to find all the overlapping neural networks that were sort of redundant, and he was able to separate them all. And now he's been able to create 11 super patches that all we simply do is peel them off and stick them on. That's it. And you can stick them wherever you want. There's one patch though, our pain patch, you put it where the pain is, and I'll get to that. But truly remarkable, because what's happened now is, think of this like a QR code that the body decodes, very complex message, but the brain decodes it. And all of this is based on touch. So if I was with you right now and I said to you, listen, close your eyes, and I'm going to put something in your hand, and you tell me what it is. And the person says, okay. So let's just imagine my eyes are closed. This goes in my hand, and I'm like, oh, that's a pen. And then open your eyes, and oh my gosh, it's a pen. I was right. Well, did you hear it? No. Did you smell it? No. What did you do? You didn't taste it. I hope not. It wouldn't have tasted too good, but you felt it. You touched it. And that's the power of touch. So this is not just skin on our body. These are actually neuroreceptors that all connect to our brain. And by creating specific patterns using a process of what I think it's called acid etching. It's not acid, but it creates the pattern, the ridges and whatnot that needs to communicate with the neuroreceptors to the brain. And it says to help the person with whatever that might be, because we all have different ailments and conditions and things like that. So why is this exciting? Because we are now in a technology boom. And if you think about it, we now track our sleep with Fitbits. We do all these different things with all these different technologies, and a lot of them are electrical in nature. There's something, with them where our patches are drug-free, ingredient-free. There's nothing on this. All it is a pattern that touches and again communicates with the brain to tell the brain to go and help the body, because we self-heal and self-regulate on our own. So why do we want to be in this space, especially if you're on here thinking about the opportunity? Is because technology has made the world smaller. It's allowed us to communicate with people faster. Look at what we're doing right now. Could you imagine it was 1976 or 1980? You probably would have got a fax with this information on it, and you would have had to dissect it and try to understand it, and it would have seemed like complete nonsense to you. So you can imagine how the technology has now brought us in together, so that now economically we can be global, and this is going to be a global business. And right now we're in 32 countries, and obviously we're going to just keep expanding on that. So as for an opportunity, this is the industry that you want to be in, because anything technology driven is how the world changes and evolves and pivots. We pivoted from insoles, we pivoted from socks. Now we're into the patches, and it just makes total sense when you look at the overall picture of what we're doing. So any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. Very important quote, because what you need to understand with the next quote is, I could sit here and tell you this is the best thing since sliced bread. It's helped 7 million people. It's, we're going to be a global brand. We're going to be $1 billion company. I can shout all those things out, and you're going to just be like, whatever, bud. But if I put one of these on you and you experience this, lights out. This trumps everything. Experience is everything. So if we have a 30-day money back guarantee and there's no drugs, you don't have to take it with water and take it out of a pill. No, you just put it on your body. Who wouldn't want to try that? And if you're here and you're looking at this as a business opportunity, try the product, fall in love with it, make sure it works for you. And then it's a no-brainer to get involved if that's what you're hoping to do. So the Super Patch innovation has been incredible to watch. It's one of those kind of fairy tale stories that I went from riding around with a box of socks and insoles and no back office and sending, orders in through an Excel form to where we are today. And it's truly, truly amazing, because I've seen it progress. I'm still here 7.5 years later. That should say something. I haven't left. I haven't jumped over here because it looked greener. No, I stayed where I am, and there's a reason for that. So this gentleman is now he's just an incredible man. He's the one that obviously developed this. He wanted to help his mom, who got diagnosed with MS when he was a young child. So he self-taught himself neurology, and here we are today. And instead of me trying to explain, I did it in a kind of roundabout way, then let's just hear from him, and he's going to explain it in a way that you'll be able to kind of make a little bit more sense. So let's listen to him. It's only about a minute and a bit long.
Hi, everyone. It's Jay with Super Patch. I hope everyone's having a great day. People are always asking me, Jay, how do these super patches work? So today I'm going to give you guys a high-level explanation. So first things first, every physical, emotional, psychological function has a corresponding neurocode in our brains. And these neurocodes, which are just messages, sometimes get stuck or damaged for 1,000,001 reasons, but that leads to poor health, poor wellness, and even poor performance. So after 12.5 years of research at Super Patch, we actually decoded these messages. We decoded the neural code. that can help and control the neurofunction of physical, emotional, and psychological function. So every single super patch has a pattern and ridges in it. And when these ridges come in contact with our skin, the patch uses the receptors in and on our skin to send that message to our brain. And the brain decodes it. So every single super patch is generating a very specific signal that's responsible for a physical, emotional, or psychological function. And that's how the super patches work. So all 8 super patches have their unique QR code that's sending a unique message that our brain decodes. And that's why we can help with so many wellness, performance benefits that people are seeing. So until next time, you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.
Yes, he does a way better job than myself at that for sure, because it's you know, a technical thing. It probably goes way more in depth than that for sure. So what are people's wellness needs? Well, people want pain management, they want more energy, they want better brain health, you know, they want better cognition, better mobility, stress, like they want reduced stress. There's just so many things that people want. And also on the performance side of things, obviously we want better performance, we want to exercise better, we want to be stronger, we want to recover better, all those amazing things. But what are our options? Well, it's supplements, drugs, and drugs. It's just a slippery slope, because you get the one drug and then they say to take the other drug for the side effects of this drug. And you can just imagine, I mean, I have people, friends of mine, that are walking around like zombies. And thankfully with the technology, I've been able to help them, because there's no need to be so medicated that you don't even kind of know where you are, or you just can't get on with life because you're just so reliant on these things that are just taking you down. And we want to make a big difference. And we're definitely going to be a thorn on the side of pharmaceutical companies, because we do not like this whatsoever. So we're going to change that. And you mark my words, that's going to happen, because what we have is truly remarkable. So what's great about our technology is you don't have to change your lifestyle. You don't have to change your diet. You don't have to do any of those things. You should, if you want to eat healthy and all that, great. That's what you should do. But you simply just have to use our product and see what it's going to do for you. So yes, we want drug-free solutions. We want it to be safe for our family, instant, affordable, non-reactive, non-electrical, all those different things. That's what we want, and that's what we can provide with the super patches. So what I want to do is just show you Lois here. This is phenomenal. Watch what happens before and after. Now, the Liberty patch is what's helping her on the up and down the stairs. You're going to see her mention that at the end, but she's also using the Defend patch. So take a look at this. It's truly a wow factor.
Last July, I woke up one day and couldn't walk. It came completely out of the blue. My children had to come and help me get out of bed. And I've had a problem with my right leg ever since then. I've tried all kinds of things, magnets, far infrared, lotions, potions, medications, physiotherapy, oils. And since we don't have a main floor bedroom in our house, this is how I was having to walk up the stairs. Four weeks ago today, I started using the Freedom and the Liberty patches from the Super Patch Company. And this is how I walk up the stairs now. I'm very grateful.
Very grateful, and I would be too, because what a change. I mean, that is the real deal. There's no editing there. That's just truly what happened, and I've seen that times I can't even describe. So let us just go through what we have. We have one for pain. That's pretty generic. A lot of people, billions of people, are suffering with pain. There's one for sleep. And with these two patches, sleep and pain, we have peer-reviewed published studies proving what they do. And the results from those studies are mind-baffling. And we are also FDA registered. So all the studies for the rest of the patches are coming. Everything takes time as they are slotted to come out. We have one for stress. So a lot of people suffer from stress, especially with what we just went through the last 3 years. Defend this patch. Wow, I got to show you what's going to happen here. Most incredible thing I've ever seen. I went to a live blood analysis. The person, people went up to the front. They didn't use our patch before. Their blood was plucked. If you can see this picture here at the bottom, you can see all the blood is clumped together. There's no oxygen around it. The cells are deformed. This is not what we want. But after somebody put this on, this Defend patch on, this is what happened 30 minutes later. Truly incredible. All of this white blood or red blood cells mostly pulled apart. There's oxygen around them. Now they are the right shape they're supposed to be. It's going to be easier to get through the small capillaries and have the best blood flow and all those different things. So if you have allergies or trouble breathing or all these different things, absolutely phenomenal patch. Liberty, this is the one that you just saw Lois use, truly changed her life going up and down stairs. We have one for ADHD. You know how many kids and adults suffer from this? Truly astounding. It's sad, to be honest with you. This should be in every school, on every child. Victory is for performance. Truly an amazing patch for, you know, just building large muscle, just more power, strength, all those things. Recovery, definitely try this. Focus is so that you can focus on what you're doing. Maybe you're writing a song, studying for exam, whatever that might be. We also have a patch that burns calories. So at rest, we're burning 25% more calories than we were without this patch. It also burns them at a higher rate as we're doing things. So imagine sitting here and burning calories just because you have this patch on. Truly wild. The Kick It patch, this is for bad habits. We all have those. Some maybe you want to get rid of, some maybe you don't. But anyways, if you have bad habits, this is the one you want to use. And now our newest one is the Joy patch, which is for happiness. You may be down and out, you may be depressed, whatever the case may be, try this patch and you will find a difference. So that is the lineup. Why the Super Patch Company? Well, it's the biggest breakthrough in health and wellness performance in the past 50 years. Nobody has what we have. They never will. And the opportunity we have with this is truly remarkable. Again, we know it's 100% drug-free, FDA registered, all these great things. The patches are made in the USA. We have another factory being checked in Europe to get these patches there as well, so that we have 2 ways of having those being developed. So we will never run out. And now this is the easy part, is how to get started. So in the UK, it's £50 and you can get the membership. You also get $75 worth of patches with that. So you get a 4-pack of the Freedom and you get a 28-pack of the Liberty. So those come with that $50. But in order to get the launch kit, you have to wait 7 days before you can purchase a launch kit. And this is one of those launch kits. This is the Super Pack. Then we have a couple other packs that you could buy. Someone can send you all this information for time purposes. I'm not going to leave them up there too long. There's lots to get through. So this is another UK founding member package. Truly huge value in this if it's something that you're thinking about doing. And then we have the option in Europe for €50. The difference in Europe, you get the same free patches with the membership, but you can buy a launch kit right away. You do not have to wait. You can do this right on the spot, and we have 3 different options. There's the founder kit, there's the membership kit, and then of course, this is the Euro founder. The other one was the business builder kit. So that is it in a nutshell. I'm just going to get out and stop sharing my screen so we can all see one another. And I would like to start with some testimonials. If somebody has one that they would like to share, you can just simply lift up your hand and let us know that you want to say something. You can unmute yourself and we can go from there. And I don't know if I'm seeing anybody that would like to share their story.
Yes, we have Nicole with her hand up. So just unmute yourself, Nicole.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hi, Nicole Ashley, Alberta, Canada. I just want to tell you that after 25 years of suffering with an autoimmune illness, I came across the super patch technology. So using the Liberty took about 6 weeks before that technology actually felt the brain fog I suffered with for most of my adult life lifted. And then within the year, they brought out the Defend patch. And so those two combo has given me my life back. So I'm 62 now and feeling like I'm a little behind most of the people because I'm finally just getting going and being able to do all the things that as an adult I missed out on all the key events in my children's life. Just so it's thank you to Super Patch. Just want to let you know that it's a great product. Thank you.
Excellent. I thank you so much, Nicole, for sharing. I appreciate it. That's what this is all about. It's about the stories, and the more we share, the more people will relate to you and your issue. It may seem minor, but it could be something as small as foot pain, and my foot pain's gone. Well, that's life-changing. And sometimes we don't have the issue the person has, so we're trying to grasp it. But a lot of people, just even if it's a simple thing, they're benefiting greatly from this. So I believe Evelyn was next. I'll just send you an ask to unmute request, Evelyn.
Hello.
Hello.
So, hi, I did share last week that I had hip surgery, so I have a new hip, and my leg was throbbing today, absolutely throbbing. And I've not been wearing my Freedom Patch, so I thought, well, why don't I just put one on? And like instantly, it was like I could do my exercises, I could walk pain-free, and it was just like night and day, pain completely gone. So thank you. Yay.
Yes, yay, for sure. And that's just amazing to let us know that, because yes, I do remember you on last week, and then there's nothing like a follow-up to say, hey, was this like a one-hit wonder, or is it going to work again? Or and truly it's proven over and over again that it does continue to work as long as you wear it, and wear it consistently. That is definitely the key. So thank you for sharing. And next, I believe it was Sherry Lynn. I just sent you a unmute request. How are you, Sherry?
There she is.
Yep. So I'll make this quick. I honestly have many stories about almost every patch, because I have to try every single one of them before I start talking about them. So currently I have 7 on, I think, because yesterday I didn't. And did I ever feel it? Just quickly about yesterday, I was out in the yard and I was doing some work, and I'm like, oh my gosh, my back is killing me and it's going down my right leg. Like, what is going on? And then it dawned on me that I didn't change my victory patch. So I put on a patch, victory patch, and as soon, I swear, same thing as Evelyn, as soon as it was on my body, I could move easier. And I had more energy. I was able to, pull those weeds and cart the brush off to the side of the hill, without any pain whatsoever. And it kept me going for hours. So I have to go back just briefly too. I was also, like, my 4-year actually was just the 24th, so just a few days ago. So I was in at the same time as Paul. I mean, he's been here longer, but with the socks and the insoles, and the patches are so much better because we can touch on so many different things. My children use the socks as well, and now we have more that we can offer to more people. Before, with just using the socks, it didn't help to necessarily calm my 7-year-old down and make him perform better in school, but the flow patch has been amazing, night and day, from his last report card to the final report card. So I mean, it's just, I have so many wonderful things to say about every single patch, and I hope you all try, what you feel might work for you, because you won't be disappointed. Thanks, Paul.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for sharing. And we have time for a few more. So I believe Lori was next. Go ahead, Lori.
Hi, Paul, and hi, UK
Hello.
and company and family. My very quick story is my blood pressure. OMG. My father died of a stroke, And not that I was headed in that direction, but I was definitely elevated and not all that excited about going on the medication, like you shared earlier, Paul. So it started with me dealing with my blood pressure with the Neurovax patch back before we had the Defend, and continuing with the Defend. Ladies and gentlemen, I went from like about 172 over 125. I'm in normal blood pressure range now. And that is not to say that it was simply the Defend patch. I believe it was a combination of a few that I wore. Definitely have been wearing the socks for a number of years, but the Liberty has allowed for more movement. And I think the more movement, the more we can call that medicine. And so the combination of the Defend making the blood healthier and the Liberty allowing for movement. And I wear other patches. I can't live without the REM patch. Oh my goodness, what a difference in sleep if you track your sleep and quality of sleep. So good sleep is effective healing as well. So I highly recommend at least those three and probably all the others, because at tax time I wear the Flow, and on holidays I don't so much need that kind of attention to detail. But every single one of them, we know that they all work, but in particular my concern personally was my blood pressure climbing up there, and I've got it under control, and it's not with meds. So people need to know that. People need to know it's possible.
100%. And wow, I mean, like you say, you could probably go on and on about other results from other patches or other people, or because we've been doing this a long time. So thank you so much. And
Paul, before you get away on me, I have to just tell you this story really, really quick. It's a third party, but I received a message the other day about a lady who was going in for a C-section, and the doctor told her she had to remove her patches. And she then said to the doctor, this is FDA registered and you need to go and check it on your computer. And so the doctor did, went and checked his computer, came back and said, you're right, you can leave them on.
Awesome.
Yeah, so I thought that one was worth sharing too, because sometimes you have to be a little bit assertive, right? And so
100%. And there's other patches out there that try to claim certain things. There's a slippery slope there, and if you punch them in, they're not registered. So
right.
Having that registration just kind of makes us unique on our own. So thanks for sharing.
Well, it's an application for every age group and every demographic, right, Paul?
Yeah.
And for the ladies having babies, it's gonna lighten the I'll call it suffering. Not everybody suffers, but I was screaming for something with my grief. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And we'll just do one more quick one here. Mia, go ahead. You should have got that unmute request, I believe.
I did. Thanks so much, Paul. I'm from Chatham, and I'd like to say hello to all our friends in the UK. My story is a customer story, actually. My customer tried the Defend patch, about a month or so ago. She was on 3 puffers. She's got some kind of asthma, 3 puffers, and she had a cough she could not get rid of. She was going to go back to her doctor reluctantly for more medication. Well, she tried the Defend patch. Within a week, she had no puffers and no cough. Just it's amazing. It's amazing. I think everyone should be wearing Defend, for different reasons. Like it's good for seasonal allergies, but just to boost your immunity as well. I think anyone in the professional field, if you're a dental hygienist or anyone that's constantly in contact with other individuals, you want to protect your health with that Defend patch.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, and it's why I never have it off. I'll always wear it every single day. So thank you so much for sharing. And Stuart, I'll let you land the plane here. Thank you so much for everybody for jumping on, and go ahead and we'll end this.
Yeah, thanks very much. And thanks in particular for sharing the stories. And a lot of those resonate with me as well. So certainly in terms of my own blood pressure and my allergies, I don't go a day without Defend. If I do, I know about it. Sunday, just yesterday, I did that. I thought I'll just survive for a day without the Defend patch. Within about an hour or so, little sneeze, little irritation, put the defend patch on again. Within a few minutes, again, it was just calmed down straight away. So I know I can guarantee it works. And when a chap came to visit and he talked about his hay fever, I said, hey, you could try one of these patches. I'm okay, thanks. I'll stick with the drugs. How do they make you feel? Really lousy. Okay, it's your choice, because this patch on my arm doesn't cause any problem whatsoever. Anyway, so listen, we're over time. So thank you very much for joining on the call. And as Paul has said a couple of times there, if you're interested in trying this technology for yourself and you want to have a 30-day risk-free trial, then please reach out to the person that introduced you to this call, and we'll if you don't know who it is, then we'll get you in touch with that person as well. So thanks for sharing. Thanks, Paul, in particular, for explaining all that in such an entertaining and light-hearted manner. It's great to be involved with this, and yes, we thank you very much for doing that. Thanks, Paul.
No problem. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night or evening or afternoon, because I know we're all over the world. So thanks.
Take care, everybody.
Thanks.